A very hot topic at the moment amongst the Overwatch community is the drama between banned players and, quite frankly, some egotistical members of the customer support team. I say some because most are fine, but there's always the bad apples. On Twitter. And that's not me defending all banned players. No, if you're banned, it's usually for a good reason, like you're saying slurs or being extremely toxic. But this isn't the case, it's simply for use of profanity. For example, Derpy, a collegiate player, got banned for literally just having some banter with his friends who were on the enemy team in a comp match, because the automated chat moderator picked up the fact that he said quote-unquote the F word and the SH word. Which I'm not avoiding saying because I don't want to get banned from Overwatch, but because we're not even a minute into this video, so I'll be saying words like those later in this video because this is absolutely crazy. Profanity has apparently always been a thing that Blizzard GMs have a big thing against, but considering that in the past seasons of Overwatch I've been called some absolutely heinous things, and the people that said them didn't even get banned, I really don't think that's the case. I'm gonna go more in depth and voice my honest opinions about this in a sec, but first I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video, as I want to continue making Overwatch 2 related content that's not only entertaining, but educational too. A big thing that a lot of players are bringing up about this is the hypocrisy between the support team saying, well, actually, profanity is a big no-no, and the fact that Overwatch itself contains a fair bit of profanity, even sometimes promoting it. Examples include, but are not limited to, Tracer's punk skins having special voice lines where she goes full British and says bollocks and wanker, Cassidy's belt buckle standing for badass motherfucker, and many different characters saying stuff like damn and shit in their native languages, like Genji and Widowmaker. It's very much double standards. Why can Blizzard as a company use profanity in their game, yet the players can't? It's not like it's even that big of a problem. There's a profanity filter for the people that don't want to see swear words constantly. This game is rated T for teen, yet they're treating us like T for toddler. It's just outright dumb. It's hilarious to me that you can now use more profanity in Roblox than you can in Overwatch because they have a way of verifying your age. And I feel like after all of the backlash from the community, we might actually see something like this come to Overwatch. I mean, the backlash is so bad that even Charlie Moist Critical and Asmongold have made videos about this. And that's generally how you know that this is some big drama. Now, people have also kind of been throwing streamers under the bus because they're known to use profanity in matches. I mean, they literally stream themselves flaming teammates, and in the case of people like Flats who react to lower ranked gameplay, it can come across as toxic behavior. In my humble opinion, I don't think that we as a community should be throwing streamers and content creators under the bus. Let's be honest, it's a game-wide thing. Yes, some streamers can be absolute menaces when it comes to flaming players or spewing absolutely dreadful takes, but there's a difference between flaming and being an actual piece of shit. For example, streamers who absolutely refuse to stop misgendering Venture because they don't agree with the quote-unquote whole trans thing deserve to be called out on that because they're being dicks. But streamers that are just like, this dude is fucking throwing Lamau, don't deserve to be thrown under the bus. We need to work together as a community. No, this isn't a case of it's one rule for one person and another rule for another. It's just poor luck, kinda like gambling. If you type shit in the text chat, you risk getting banned. It's not guaranteed, but there's a chance, which sucks because that shouldn't be the case at all. I think the thing to take away from all of this is that Blizzard as a company are trying way too hard to filter chat and comms when in reality it's a simple fix. Allow profanity, but keep in the profanity filters so people who don't want to see it don't have to. When your game itself contains profanity and the biggest drive to the game are streamers and the pro scene, which both use profanity, I don't think that it's a thing that we should be trying to massively crack down on. I can understand stuff like slurs, transphobia, homophobia, racism, you know, all of that. But when it's something as simple as someone saying fuck, I don't think that's really hurting anyone. Bans for simple things like this actually have a massive effect on people. Going back to Derpy, the collegiate player who got banned for saying fucking shit, his team was set to play in the OWCS, but obviously they can't now because he's banned, unless they get a reserve tank to play till Derpy is unbanned, which will be an entire month. Now, imagine you got a scholarship in Overwatch esports and then you got banned for saying a no-no word. That's thousands of dollars down the drain and so much time wasted because you got banned for something so minuscule. It's the fact that these bans wouldn't have happened in the past seasons because no one gave a shit about swearing. It was a thing in the game that didn't affect anyone at all. I have one final thing to say, and that's that the GMs and customer service should be ashamed because they've let their egos get the better of them. I mean, just look at some of these responses. People were only looking for a reasoning as to why they got banned because the support system is mostly automated and barely functional. They've had to go onto Twitter to get help from someone on the CS team, only to be met with an extremely passive-aggressive response for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I know it can be an absolutely knackering job going through tickets, but you don't have to be a dick to people asking about their bans. Back when I got suspended, I had to wait an entire 48 to 72 hours to actually get a response as to why I got banned and how long for, because the system sucks. I know that's not on the customer support team, but they kinda need to get their heads out of their own asses and be a bit nicer when it comes to responding to people's inquiries about their bans. It's like when police officers get their badges and then immediately abuse their power as a cop because they're like, I've got the badge, so that means I have more authority. On paper, yes, that is the case, but you're letting your ego get the best of you. Anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm going to ask you to like this video as it lets me know that you find these videos not only to be helpful, but entertaining. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments because it's absolutely nuts to me. I feel like there's more I could say, but I can't really think of anything else. It's very much an ongoing thing, which is why I want your opinions. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure to check out my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.